Hi, Scorpio. I have some sage burning, and I swear I thought it was burning out, and it's just like, it just started up again. It's so funny. So if you see some smoke going across, like right there, that's sage. That's the sage burning. It should go out here in a few minutes. We're just going to get started with the cards. Um, I had a couple of comments that my sound was a little bit low. So I've turned the sound up. I hope it doesn't reverb, but I'm also losing my voice. So that could be why like the sound is a little bit low, because I'm not able to talk as loud as I normally would. I'm trying to get all these March readings out. I don't think I'm going to get all of them out before March 1st. 2 days, right? Um, we talked about in February, how um, Uranus is coming into your seventh house, which is just opposite you. So even, especially if you're a Scorpio rising, this is going to affect your relationships. Doesn't have to be a bad thing, Scorpio. And I don't want you guys to get the idea that it's all just going to be like totally a mess, total chaos in your love relationships, or any relationships you have for that matter. I want you to have a better aspect of it, because you guys have been really fighting to work on yourselves. You've been working really, really hard to like get this journey going, to get to where you want to be. You have this plan that you want to, you have this idea in your head. You've been through all of the shit storms and you don't want to do it anymore. And I totally understand that. I get that 112%. We do have the Empress that came out. So I really, really like this. A lot of new creative endeavors, a lot of really coming into alignment, coming into your own. You could also be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra energy. Then we have the Nine of Wands. Think about everything that you've already fought for and everything that you're going for. And I don't want you guys to get stuck in the idea that it's just going to get harder, because you've been through I mean, look at this guy. He's been through the battle and now he's resting. And now he's just ready to receive. And I feel like you guys are going to be feeling a lot more like yourselves this month. That could possibly even mean that you're feeling like yourself so much that you're not taking shit from anybody else. So really kind of like watch your tone with other people. During this Mercury retrograde, it's going to be very easy for other people to pop off. And you guys really cannot handle it when other people pop off, because you will get that stinger right out and be done, right? You have a lot of new things coming up for you. Three of Pentacles. You have new projects. You have new beginnings, new starts, working on your coins and working with other people and coming into collaboration with other people. So don't let the haters get to you. Don't let the people who don't understand who you are get to you, because it'll be very easy. The illusionment of communication, all of the illusions when it wrapped around communication, Mercury in Pisces, Mercury in retrograde in Pisces, total illusion. And if you try and argue the fact, if you try and fix a problem during Mercury retrograde, it just isn't going to happen. So just don't do it, right? Just like walk away. I do feel like you're working with an earth sign. King of Pentacles. They're the sirens. See? They're telling me I'm right. If you are kind of undecided, if you're in a place of indecision right now, it's okay. Like, you don't have to make hard and fast decisions with the Knight of Wands. You don't have to make hard and fast decisions in March. I would almost recommend that like you kind of grow your ideas and allow that intuitive process to work. Allow that. You don't have to bring things into fruition in March. If you are collaborating with an earth sign, especially if it's a Virgo, their intuition is going to be very high as well. So I think that it's like the beginning of new things. And when you have the beginning of new projects or the beginning of new things in your life anywhere, the intuitive process is huge. The creative process is huge, which is saying with this, the Empress, the creative Empress energy here, is allowing you to be very intuitive in March. And that's what Pisces season is all about. And then we get into Aries season, and that's when we start, right? So you could be dealing with a Libra energy. There's somebody here. This is where I want you to watch your words, actually, because I think that it could get very biting very fast, very easily. There's almost this competition stance when it comes to a King of Swords. So don't allow the competition to get to you. If you're seeing like somebody at an Empress quality or Empress status, or, you know, somebody's doing better than you at this point, it doesn't even matter, because that's their journey. You have things that are coming into line with your journey. And so comparing yourself to somebody else right now is not a good deal. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea. Let's see what this Knight of Wands is. The Nine of Wands is about the battle, you know, and you've been through it. You've been through the battle, and it doesn't mean that things are going to get worse. Oh, it actually means things are going to get better. I mean, come on. The Ten of Pentacles on the Nine of Wands, you fought for this Ten of Pentacles. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if your Ten of Pentacles looks different than somebody else's Ten of Pentacles, don't compare that. Don't go into competition with somebody whose Ten of Pentacles looks different than yours, because they may not even be happy with the Ten of Pentacles lifestyle they've chosen. But what you have done is you've come into alignment with yourself. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know what you can trust in your life. And so allow that to happen. If you have been struggling at work or struggling with money, I feel like money is going to be getting better in March. And that doesn't mean that you're going to get a huge windfall. It doesn't mean it's going to happen without hard work. I do feel like you're still going to have to work for the money or work for the status that you want to make it, but it's still coming into fruition. This Uranus transit, this Mercury transit, Venus is in Aquarius now. The Wheel of Fortune on the King of Cups. I mean, that just kind of says it all right there. Your energy is changing. Your energy is shifting. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying it's shifting for the better. Things are coming to you, and the effort that and it's all because of the effort that you provided. It's not because you just sat back on your laurels and waited for something exciting to happen for you, right? You went out there and you did it, and you did it at a master level. So allow that alignment to come in. If you're not feeling this yet, I do feel like March is going to be a big shift for you. And that's just a couple of days away. And it may not happen directly on March 1st. Come back in the middle of March and watch this reading again and see how much your energy has shifted, and see how much more, how positive things really can look from an intuitive perspective. It may not be manifesting in the material form yet, but in that you've got these ideas, you've got these things that are rolling around in your brain. Really listen to your gut instincts right now, because I feel like you've been sitting in, when is this getting off the ground? When is this getting off the ground? When are things starting for me? When is it going to get better? When is it going to get easier? That lack mentality, that Five of Pentacles on the Three of Pentacles. Now, 5 Pentacles is better than 3, right? We've added 2 Pentacles there, but it's still quite not enough for you. And that's the thing, is I think this 10 of Pentacles, you're still fighting for it. You're still working, not fighting. You're still working towards it. You are still pushing yourself to get there. So try and watch that slipping back into the lack mentality and feeling like you don't have enough, or feeling like you're not quite there yet. Because again, you've worked your way up here. And if you're working with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, I feel like they're in this Three of Pentacles with you. And they're really trying to help you get to where you need to be and where you want to be. And even if you can't make hard and fast decisions, even if you can't bring things into physical manifestation in March, oh shit. Like I said, if it's a Virgo energy, they're really helping you manifest your coins right now. They're really helping you manifest your future. And I think they're really helping things turn around for you. The Magician represents Virgo. It also represents Gemini, and we do have an air sign up here. So if you're working with a Gemini or a Virgo, it's almost like you guys are using the manifestations together to bring things into fruition. I feel like there are going to be a lot of ideas with this Knight of Wands. It's like these really passionate things that you want to get started on, these passionate, it's like passion projects. I don't really feel like there's a lot of, I mean, this could be in a relationship, but I also kind of feel like it might have a lot to do with business opportunities and stuff as well. And it's stuff that you're really excited about. And there might be so many of them that's why you're really like, I'm not really sure where to go with this. I'm kind of like going back and forth. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius energy too, yeah, there's allowing yourself to believe that even if you can't pin a project down or pin an idea down or bring it into physical manifestation, it's still coming, right? Seven of Wands on the Knight of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, yes, it can be defensive mode. Yes, it could be putting up personal boundaries. I feel like all of that is necessary. I almost feel like you need to defend your own mind right now and like be defensive towards your own mind right now, because I want you to feel through it. I don't want you to get into the logical sides of things, because I feel like if you slip back, I mean, we have another 5 here, and 5s are really, really draining. So instead of lying to yourself and saying, okay, well, things aren't happening right now, Betsy, you said that things were going to start happening in March. I did, but it's through the feeling of it. It's through the heart center. It's not through the logical mind. And by that, I mean, you're tired of thinking so hard on things that aren't working out. Stop trying to overthink the process, Scorpio, because it's the things that are coming to you are going to be through feeling. And even if the feeling part I feel like if you don't get into meditation and you don't allow yourself to feel through things, it's just going to be even more confusing, because there's a lot here on your plate. So we have the 5 of Swords, lying to yourself, the 4 of Swords, needing to go into meditation because you're lying to yourself that things aren't coming out the way that you thought they were going to come out. And then we have the 7 of Cups, the confusion of all of it. This is Mercury in Pisces, but it's also Mercury retrograde in Pisces. There are so many opportunities and so many things that are coming to you. Allowing yourself to stop, meditate, get into your heart space, humble yourself a little bit, right? Page of Pentacles. And then we have the Devil, the Knight of Cups. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So first of all, I want to say with these 3, if there's a Capricorn in your life, I actually feel like this is karma humbling you and getting you into your heart center. I feel like this devil energy is that Saturnian Pluto energy that's going on, because remember, Pluto rules Scorpio, right? And that is still in Capricorn. So that's very strong energy for you right now. And I think that it's saying that the more you humble yourself and get into your heart center, the easier things are going to start rolling out for you, especially as Mercury comes out of retrograde towards the end of March. It'll still be in a post-shadow period for a couple of weeks in April, but it'll be much easier energy to work with when it comes to your logical mind. Now, it'll still be in Pisces. And when Mercury is in Pisces, it is a very confusing time. Logic is not present. Like, I've already told everybody, don't tell me like serious, strong information through March and April, because my logical mind won't remember it. I'm going to be in my heart space. I'm going to be in my intuitive space for 2 months. So you're just going to have to give me a break when it comes to, like, don't tell me anything important, because I won't remember it. But humbling yourself. Now, if you have a Capricorn that is kind of acting a little bit childish, and yet they're still offering you things, I kind of want you to intuitively remember that Capricorns are still kind of in their playtime right now. Like, it's not like they want to be serious, but it's a little hard for them to be serious right now. Especially, they're going through a lot of karmic stuff. And when a Capricorn goes through a lot of karmic stuff, it's like trying to get a 5-year-old to eat broccoli. Seriously. And no shade at my Capricorns, because I love Capricorns. They're just going through it right now. They're going through it with this, you know, this Saturn and Pluto transit has not been easy on a Capricorn. And it also has not been easy for a Capricorn to be serious. Like they really want to be. And that's the problem, is when you're trying to be a Capricorn that's like super, super serious right now, it's like impossible to do it. I feel like their intentions are good, but I'm not entirely sure they have enough to give you right now. Like I don't feel like they're not the king here, right? There's a king down here, but I kind of feel like that's more of a Virgo or Gemini energy. Now, if there is a relationship that you are involved in, I feel like right now, the more you give back to that relationship, the more return on that investment you'll get. Why? Because you're doing it in a heart-centered way. You're not doing it in a logical way. And sometimes when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to a lover's type energy, the lover's card here, there's not a whole lot of logic when it comes to it. Now, if you are giving to a relationship more and the other person's not giving back to you, and you think this 10 of Cups is real, it is not. Because the more energy you give to something and you're not getting it in return and you're having to beg, or vice versa, however that happens, if somebody else is trying to beg for your affection, this 10 of Cups is going to be an illusion until the alignment comes together, until this 6 of Pentacles is a give and take, right? I feel like this could go one of two ways. I feel like this is kind of a storyline for two different people. Some of you are leveling up in a relationship in March. Some with the Hierophant here, some of you are leveling up. Some of you are recognizing that that 10 of Cups is reality for you, and you want to give more to it. You want to be able to allow yourself to give more to this. Some of you are in a relationship where you're giving too much, and that 10 of Cups is an illusion, but you're still holding on to it. Depending on what side you're on, I feel like the more you're vacillating through things, the slower it's going to go. And I also feel like the more fighting will occur. Like, make a decision, Scorpio. Do you want to be in the relationship or do you not want to be in the relationship? Do you want to give your energy to something that's an illusion, or do you want to give it to something that's real? Because usually if you're like, but it's perfect, everything is going so well, usually on the other side of perfect is real. So don't allow yourself to sit in something where you're constantly giving, right? That's not okay, nor is it nice. But I do feel, and especially if it's a Capricorn and you're giving a lot to a Capricorn right now, I think they're moving very, very slowly. And this 2 of Pentacles is only, it's delaying the inevitable. And the inevitable is a petty argument that's going to show up because this person's taking far too long to show up in your life. This could also have to do with the air energy, whatever earth energy you're dealing with, or a fire energy too. Everybody's here, okay? I feel like some of you are leveling a relationship up. I feel like some of you need to kind of take a second glance at that relationship. So there are 2 options here. And this is the energy because you need to be in your heart center. The only swords that are out here right now, other than the King of Swords, are the lying to yourself and needing to meditate because you're lying to yourself. And maybe somebody lied to you and you need to pull back and meditate, right? Those are the only air energies that I'm seeing right now. Is that right? I think that's right. Everything else is all about the water, the pentacles, and the fire behind it. And so I want you to get out of your head and get into your heart. I think that's the biggest lesson for Scorpios, because the universe we have Judgment and the 8 of Wands. Shit, I'm so glad I picked these. Judgment, 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and this, for fuck's sake, 6 of Wands. I don't have a big enough hand. My hands are so tiny. And the Sun, right? So look at all of that beautiful, like the universe is saying now is the time for the energy to get moving. You have opportunities that are going to bring you victory, Scorpio. This isn't a bad reading. It's time. It's time for you to get out of your head and get into your heart, because the more you are heart-centered right now and the more you allow that extremely intuitive Scorpio energy to come out, because you guys are, I mean, like, legit, you're psychics. You know what a person wants from you before that person opens up their mouth. As they approach you, you already know what they want from you. Use that power for yourself this month, because it's going to be very, very beneficial. If you are vacillating about things, if you're thinking too much about things, get into quiet meditation, get back into your heart center, get back to where you want to be, because it's all coming. It's like quickly approaching, and you want to be ready for that Ace of Wands. We've talked about the aces before. Aces are gifts from the universe. And we have free will. We don't have to accept them. I don't know why you wouldn't accept an ace from the universe, but I'm going to say, I honestly don't know why you wouldn't accept an ace from the universe. This is a fantastic opportunity that's going to bring you to victory. Keep your eyes and ears open for it, and especially your heart center open for it. Okay? So much better reading than February, right? All right, guys. I love you. Have a wonderful retrograde season. I will see you guys. I am going to do the soulmate readings for March, so I will be back for those. I love you. Bye.